3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Marne Report.
All right, what's up, Fort Stewart? This is Jenny, and I am here with Christine Reef from Finance as part of our ACS PCS podcast series. Ms. Reef, would you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, again, as she stated, my name is Christine Reef. I'm one of the financial counselors here with the Financial Readiness Program. We have 3 other financial counselors as well, where we're able to assist with credit counseling, budget counseling, investing, anything regarding money. You can come to us. We also offer the AER loans if you're not familiar with that 0% interest. All right, we are located in Building 86 on Fort Stewart, okay?
All right, wonderful. And today's theme is PCS. And you're a spouse, yes?
Yes, that is correct. I am a spouse.
How many years now?
6 years now.
Okay, so you're well ingrained.
active,
You
at
got
least.
your footing. You know you got a couple
Yeah.
PCSs behind you. So as a spouse and someone who is PCSed in and out and now working with finance, what do you want our soldiers to know when they are PCSing into Fort Stewart? What is important?
Planning. Regardless of the move that you're doing, whether you choose to do a Diddy move or a PPM, you definitely want to plan. And what I mean by that is, one, once you find out that you're a PCS in somewhere, you want to make sure that you have your documentation. You want to provide documentation to housing, letting them know, hey, I only have 30 days here left. And then you can do pre-inspections, right? Because we know that there's different costs tied into our moving that we're not really taking into account. Utilities, the cost of living changes, so your BAH might be a little bit higher right now, but then when you move to Fort Stewart, it might be a little bit lower. So now you have to adjust that spending plan as well, okay? And so like I said, with the ACS Financial Readiness, we help with the budgets and things of that nature. So you want to focus on doing one right now and then a projected one as well that's going to look at, hey, what are my projected expenses going to be like? A big one, really, because we're so focused on just moving. Like I said, we're not really worried about the additional expenses, right? Your down payments for utility costs, your down payments on homes, the move out costs. We don't take that into consideration. And then that's when a lot of times those travel entitlements come in, right?
Oh, yeah.
To help offset some of that cost. So we definitely want to look at that. If you do have questions, and I always tell people resources, ask questions. There's so many other resources out here. If you go to Move.mil, that can help navigate as well. And creating a list. Kind of like, hey, this is step 1, this is step 2, because in the midst of us making sure our finances are together, we want to make sure that we have everything packed up, especially if you're doing a Diddy move. We want to make sure that, one, we're not ending up owing money. Okay, and if you're not familiar with the government travel card, you definitely want to look into that as well, if not the pay advance, right? And sometimes if we wait too long for both of those, we might not be able to get to that in time. And then that's where those ARs might come in to help as well. It's really just important to plan because there's a list of things, even when you're moving somewhere else, you want to make sure that you're contacting, one, your car insurance company, letting them know, hey, this is the updated address. So change of address is a lot of information there, but I've seen that Move.mil has been very, very beneficial as well as far as creating that structure for you to help smoothing out that PCS process.
Wonderful. And yeah, you're absolutely right. When we PCSed in from Germany, we had COLA in Germany. Mm-hmm. That goes away when you get to Kansas, and it was $1,000 cut. Yeah. And that on top of $4,000 to get one, because they only ship one car. One was free. Exactly. The other was $4,000 to get from one driveway to the next. We had to ship that by ourselves, and people don't think about pets. I have seen people shipping pets I've seen people pay $1,000 for a cat's plane ticket. I'm not sure Fluffy would have made it with our family, but I would have rehomed Fluffy to a good home. But these are the things, you're right, we don't think about it. We don't realize all the little nuances and pieces, and especially those soldiers that I can't imagine owning a home and having to sell a home. So, and what we're driving at, guys, is when you get here, come talk to finance. Don't wait. Usually, we all have our rhythm with our finances and we've got things together, but those expenses hit us out of nowhere. And so it's good to sit down with somebody and say, okay, what's our new budget? What can you do for us?
Exactly.
Especially if you're needing to plan for new babies or new cars, or you're getting married or maybe going through a divorce or anything like that. We really want soldiers to know to come to ACS and find out what finance can offer. Christine, that's awesome. That's perfect information. Is there anything else you want the soldiers to know?
Oh, the biggest thing is planning, you guys. We go through different milestones in our life, like you brought up, marriage. If you're bringing in a new baby, more costs for you as well. But the biggest thing is, I don't like for people to have to stress over finances. And so that's where, again, a lot of that relief, because you're like, oh, I didn't know I can do that. I didn't know I had these entitlements. So, again, like she said, if you can, please come visit us, especially if you're getting ready to PCS from Fort Stewart as well, so that we can get all of that together as well. A lot of you guys will be in the briefings and things of that nature, but we are here to help. There's a lot of free resources that you all get here. So please, 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 if you're needing assistance with financial readiness, even with your PCS move, please feel free to contact us.
Awesome. Christine, thank you so much for all that information. All right, Fort Stewart, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to be back with Jim from MDSSO. All right, welcome back, Fort Stewart. I am here with Jim Krupp from MDSSO, another piece of our ACS, PCS podcast series. Jim, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your program, please.
Thank you, Jenny. Again, I'm Jim Krupp. I'm the program manager for the Mobilization and Deployment program here at Fort Stewart within ACS. The thing I'd like everybody to focus on when you think about PCS and whether you're coming or going is getting involved in your SFRGs, your Soldier Family Readiness Groups. That is going to be your conduit of information for you and your families while you're here in garrison, or if you've got to go out to the field, or if you have to deploy. They're going to be the ones to help get your families taken care of, solve problems at the lowest level, in your way in which to receive information assistance. Other than that, anything you need from MOBDEP, we're here and ready to serve and help make people ready and resilient.
That's really great. So, Jim, tell me, if I'm a new spouse getting to Fort Stewart or we're just PCSing in here, how do I get connected with those groups? What's my best way to get connected?
So I'd say the best way initially is social media. Get on the Facebook pages, get on the garrison or the installation page initially, dig down into your unit where you're going to be assigned, and every battalion, every company is going to have their own page, and each one of those battalions and companies are going to have an SFRG. So get on the web pages, get on the Facebook, the Twitter, use all the social media through the PAO office and everything we have available, and get connected with the SFRG group in your unit.
Okay, great. And then spouses can also, well, anyone can volunteer and be leaders, or I used to be a key caller back in the day. I don't know if that's still how they do things. So how would one get trained if they wanted to volunteer their time and be a more active role in that?
And so that's a great question. So people do want to be involved, and the way to do that is to get trained. And one of the missions we have here in MOBDEP is we conduct all of the training classes for those volunteer positions. So if you want to volunteer and get dialed into what your organization's doing, we have key caller positions, we have SFRG assistant positions where you assist the command team with SFRG, we have liaison positions, and we, my team and I, conduct all of the training there at Building 87 in ACS, and we have that on a weekly basis. Every Wednesday we conduct training. You can sign up or you can show up, and we don't turn anybody away. We get you trained, you get a certificate, you bring that back to your command, and then you can serve in that role in your SFRG.
Awesome. And do I get signed up for that? Do I call? Do I go online? How do I sign up for your training?
So if you get on our page and you go to the ACS page, look under ACS and you'll see mobilization and deployment. And there'll be a tab there that lists all of our training and a link in which you can sign up, or you can call directly and we get you signed up for the class you want to attend. And based on the position you're going to serve in, your volunteer position, and we'll let you know when that class is going to be, what time it is, and then you just show up and we'll get you trained.
Okay, great. So my last question to you is, what's your phone number?
767-1597.
All right. So that's going to be 912-767
1597.
1597. And you can always call the front desk of ACS, which is 767-5058, because we always have someone manning that phone. Well, all right, Jim, I really appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely anything else, or did we cover it all?
I think we covered everything. We definitely want people to get involved, look for volunteer opportunities, but we also go out and we work with the units, with steering committees. We do command team training, so we work with leadership to better assess what each individual unit needs and how we can better offer assistance to you. Again, at the end of the day, making sure soldiers and families are able to focus on what their job is and be taken care of here at Fort Stewart.
Absolutely perfect. All right, Jim, thank you again. All right, guys, stay tuned. Next up, we have our Family Advocacy Program. All right, welcome back. We are here with the ACS PCS podcast series right now, and I'm talking to Mr. Paxton from the Family Advocacy Program. Paxton, would you introduce yourself and tell us a little about your program, please?
All right, good morning. My name is Emory Paxton. I am a Family Advocacy Program Specialist here at Fort Stewart. So actually, let me share a little bit in regards to Family Advocacy Program. Most people think Family Advocacy Program is only for individuals with families, and that's totally incorrect. It's for our military families, whether you're single or whether you are a couple. But our intent at the Family Officer Program is to prevent family violence and to strengthen the household. So how we do that is we do that through education. And what type of education you might ask? Well, the type of education that involves parenting, which is one of the things one of the stressors that some families may have, PCSing in or leaving, parenting. So with our program, it's called a New Parent Support Program. We provide hands-on, down-to-earth, in-depth, proven parenting skills sessions. And we can do that in our classroom environment, but we also come out into the home and provide that. And our personnel are subject matter experts because these are certified registered nurses and licensed clinical social workers. More education, again, in regards to strengthening the household. We provide relationship classes that really focus on and harness communication, open, honest communication, as well as stress and anger management classes that teaches us real-world, down-to-earth way to appropriately and healthily and safely deal with stress and anger, which also comes with PCSing, because that is a stressful time for us. It's an adjustment, a lot of hustling, bustling, and getting things in place and finding out certain things weren't in place. So you want to have some good skill sets to be able to deal with that because it's doable. It can be successful. The PCS can be successful, but just knowing what resources and services are out there for you. And I cannot forget on my last program, and it's the one program that the Family Advocacy Program offers that runs 24/7. It's the Victim Advocate Program. This is the program that provides services to victims of domestic violence, male, female, service member, civilian, officer, NCO, doesn't matter. But this program provides services and resources and safety assessments to victims of domestic violence, and it's available 24/7.
That is really great information. And one thing I want to point out, you talk about having relationship classes. Is marriage classes the right way to put that? Where you're talking communication, and I know it used to be screen-free marriage. Do we still do that?
Yes, we still offer screen-free marriage. Whether you're in a relationship, you're just dating. The information that you're getting is applicable to whether dating or actually you're in a marriage, in a relationship, or if you're single. But again, no one's going to be single for the rest of their lives. They're going to actually be involved in some sort of relationship. And so the resources and the information they're going to get from attending this class, they can apply and help them have a healthy, productive relationship.
That's really great. And guys, what I want you to take away is, we drive our cars every day, and you don't drive your car until it's on the side of the road where the wheels fall off. You take it in and you get routine maintenance done when there's nothing wrong with it. You get your oil changed, you get your tires checked and rotated. It's the same thing with a marriage. You can't just let it slide for years and years and years and never talk about anything. Go get those tools, go get those things, go talk to the professionals, find out how to communicate. Army life is hard, and get the tools that are here for you for free to help you figure all of that out. Paxton, is there anything else you would like our families to know about before we sign off today?
Just know that the services at the Family Officer Program are available to anyone. Just please utilize us to strengthen what you have going good, but also if you're in a need and you're experiencing some situations, please come utilize us. We're available and they're for you, whether you're single, whether you're married. Please utilize us, and it's available for you.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're signing off for today, but make sure you tune in next week as we continue our PCS podcast series.
Hi, I'm Major Raquel Junta, Chief of Pharmacy at Wynn Army Community Hospital. On 11 June, we will be transitioning to a new medical health record system known as MHS Genesis. The pharmacy will also be transitioning, and this is expected to cause significant wait times, up to 2 to 3 hours. But to minimize that, we've authorized early refills for all medications with the exception of narcotics and controlled substances. We'll begin early refill processing starting on May 15th. Strongly encourage you to check out the Script Center. It's a great avenue to pick up your prescription refills without actually visiting the pharmacy. Also encourage TRICARE Online. You can activate your prescriptions for pickup at any one of the pharmacies, but also at the Script Center. During this transition, I also recommend taking advantage of utilizing Express Scripts, which is prescription mail order. Thanks for your patience and support as we enter a new chapter.